welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're going to do a general collective reading. So before we get started, we're going to cleanse the space and the energy. So if you have headphones in, you might want to turn them down to protect your eardrums. Okay. And the song that goes with this reading is Read a Book by Lil Jon. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We have bad health. And then we have occupation. Great fortune. Um, I can tell you that the numbers is increasing. Went from 478. But 4 talks about stagnation, which if you are in bad health, that could stop you and be called and cause an obstacle. On like how you're able to move forward, it might slow you down a little bit. So it might cause a struggle, but it doesn't deter you from receiving great fortune or having great fortune, because there's butterflies in the great fortune card. So it's like there's still things you can do. Just might have to like I don't know what the whole real reason why he became a coach, but either way, like Dion where Sanders, where he was playing, like he was an actual football player and stuff like that, and now he's a coach. So it's like he probably has some injuries and like had to stop playing, right? So there's something, he had to find a whole other job, a whole other profession that he had to do that still not only he likes and he cares and about, also is passionate about, which was coaching. Now he coached football. So he no longer plays, but he coached football. And when people was thinking that, oh, he's gonna lose his first game, or he's gonna lose because he don't know how to coach, or he's not a coach, and blah 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 blah, he won. So it's just like overcoming what everybody else trying to like talk down on you and stuff like that. Still working and putting your best foot forward, and but also being aware of like if when you need rest, or like when you're in pain, or when you overextending yourself. And then okay, this is an emotion card. It's kind of new. Okay, but we have shy in this reverse. So no longer hiding it, pretty much being open about it. We have fear in reverse. So no longer hiding it out of fear or stuff like that. And then we have smug. Oh, in reverse. So, okay. If what popped in my head is like, imagine if somebody was sick, the reason and they didn't tell you and they was hiding it. Because now it's decreasing. So what up here was increasing is decreasing. Now it's like they was smug about something, and then now they're no longer smug about it. They actually like could be. The reason why they hid it was because they was scared, but they didn't try to hide it behind like being smug. Like they weren't scared, but they actually was terrified the whole time. So for one person, things might be increasing, and another person, things might be decreasing because they was hiding something, and they was smug about it. And now that they can no longer be smug about it, now that's when the fear sets in. But they try to make it seem like they're not scared or afraid. But in all actuality, that bad health, they nervous. They stressed. Because 9 is talking about releasing and letting go. 5 is a conflict. So the lesson before with the 4s and the 7 talking about like struggles and obstacles and stuff like that. You're releasing that. The things that was causing conflict in your life, you're releasing it. And no longer collaborating with it or working with it or building with it. With 3s. And now somebody is no longer smug or think that they can bring you down or take you down. Because I noticed like up there in the bad health is 2 people, but then in all the other cards, even though that's a statue, it's still just 1 person. So that's why I said for 1 person things are increasing, and for somebody else things are decreasing. And now we have the Architect deck. I'm going to read both. Okay, but for like this one, it's definitely the light aspect because it says it. So we have Rebel in the light aspect, so that's the only one I'm going to read. So we have challenge authorities to affect social change, reject spiritual systems spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Could probably use the Rebel deck. But it's pretty much saying like with this person, it doesn't matter what somebody tells you, like you're gonna find your own way to go about it. So pretty much like I was saying before with Deion Sanders and everybody trying to be like, oh, like he can't be a coach, blah 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 blah. He still became a coach. He still did it and found his own way. And his team won the game. And it's because they just assume like, oh, he plays. He don't know how to coach. That there's more to it and then it's just this and a third. And it's just like, yeah, but he could also show them what he means, how it's supposed to be done. Um, you think that he doesn't still talk to his old coaches? Like it's things like that. Like it's because they wouldn't have done that, so they assuming that you wouldn't do it either, and that's the smug and arrogance. And then we have Queen and Destroyer that came out together. So I'm gonna read both at light and shadow aspects. So sometimes they might flip. No. So in the light aspect with Queen, it says radiate the radiant feminine and use her authority to protect others. And then in the shadow aspect, it says being arrogant with authority being arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. and destroyer. In the light aspect, it says releasing what is possibly destructive and preparing for a new life. And in the shadow aspect, it said intoxication of destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potentials. Yeah, pretty much like I said over there. And things are decreasing for that person and could be increasing for you. And now, because before I did this reading, gotta hold down low, okay? This person pretty much gonna come back for money, and they really wanted to destroy you and bring you down. So the only reason why they will come back around is to do it again, which is why I read the both of them, which is why it's saying you are the rebel. You like there's no shadow aspect, which is why they need to read the shadow aspect. You challenge their authority, which is the whole smug and the smug. Now they no longer smug because what they thought they destroyed, they didn't. They just slowed it down. And now look like a fool because you released them. Or they showed their hand. Or like they did their final move or showed it already and you didn't really show yours. So you had time to build up yours. And even if you had one before, like you have a whole new one that this person didn't think about. Oh, could be two people. Then we have Don Juan and Femme Fatale, both in the shadow aspect. So I'm gonna show you it first because I gotta flip it over to read it. Okay, so they reverse. I'm gonna flip it to read it. But I'm gonna read the shadow first, then I'm gonna go to the light because they be switching. Now they no longer want to be smug and arrogant because they're scareful and fearful that they can't control you or be able to destroy your potential the farther away you get. The more you change things, the less power they have, the less control they have. So they're trying to stop you. But it doesn't. I just realized because with 4 at the top, it went from 4 to 8, and over here is 9 to 3. So this is cubed. That doubled. And with the queen being here, like queens feel like they have a king and stuff like that, which could be the whole Don Juan and the Femme Fatale. And then remember, at some point in time, there was a child. So where just you alone, just you not giving to anybody or had to like feed yourself and other people, they have to do that. So their money always are decreasing by 3s where yours could be doubling. Or whatever happening in their life is by 3s while yours is double. Not saying like, oh, if bad health, you're gonna have double bad health. Like, no, like it might slow you down. Let's say like you was doing 30, it might cut you down to like 15. But not even really 15. Like maybe like 20 to 20, like 20 to 15 around there. Like 15 is just like the minimum that you might do, like if you're not in a rush. But if you're in a rush, you might do like 20. Where they can't even do that. Oh, my bad. But back to the archetypes. So we have in the shadow aspect with the Don Juan, with use the power of romantic attraction for personal agenda. And then we have light aspect with highlights your positive seductive qualities. And then the femme fatale shadow aspect with inappropriate use of sensitivity, attractive to money and power. And in the light aspect, it says highlights the exotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. Open your heart when your dependency is rejected. Oh, so that's the whole trying to make it seem like they can protect you. Oh, and then destroy it. Oh, okay, reverse. Is it reverse? Oh, you ever watch Ratchet on Netflix? It's like that. Because I just realized that's a nurse. I think she was a nurse. I'm not sure. The storyline kind of sort of all over the place a little bit. And I didn't read the book. So either way, if she is a nurse, it's like she went to a place for a specific reason, which is to help like her quote unquote brother, because he was in an insane asylum, like because he committed some crimes, and she wanted to make sure he was okay and he was good, so she did a whole bunch of stuff, broke a couple of rules to be there to look after him and protect him. um it's kind of sort of like that, but then it's also like the video just popped in my head with Pink, where it's based off a movie, but I don't know the movie, where it was this writer that she was obsessed with, and then the writer like ended up getting injured, and then she pretty much like kept him captive and stuff like that, like that. With that whole Don Juan in reverse, is like this person trying to make it seem like they want to protect you and they want to keep you safe, right? Because that's what she did. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm your favorite, your biggest fan. I have read all your books and blah 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 blah." And when he was fine and he was healed and stuff like that, and was able to go and leave, she wouldn't let him leave, right? Because she wanted to read his book first, I think, or she didn't like how the ending was, so he had to change the ending. I remember she broke his ankle. I just remember that much. I don't really. I got the gist of the movie, and it's like also like that's also in the music video, but I forgot the song that is in. But it's something like that this person is doing or wanting to do. Not like break your ankles, but like where he already wrote the book and had the ending the way that he wanted to end it. She didn't like the ending, so try to force him to change it, and he just like, no, it is the way it is. And I think that's when she broke his ankle. But then it was like a way of controlling something, and pretty much destroying other dreams and hopes. He's like, well, he can fix his ankle, but like if he doesn't get like the proper help in time, it's not gonna heal properly. So that will destroy kind of hopes and dreams, I guess. I don't know. Might walk a little fun. I don't know, man. It hurts when it rains. I don't know, but I don't know what happens when you hurt your ankle. And then we have advocate in the shadow aspect mainly. Yeah, pretty much like I said, they don't actually care. If they do care, it's for personal reasons and personal gain. Because the queen is looking towards the Don Juan and the Femme Fatale, but she's mainly looking at the Femme Fatale with the attracted to money and power. So it's like the Queen of Wands reverse, basically. Then with the Destroyer, the Queen of Cups reverse. Don Juan reverse, King of Cups, and the King of Wands. Where you, it's kind of like side-eyeing, but you more so focusing here. So you see it in your peripheral, you know what's going on the sidelines, but you don't really care. But Advocate, the shadow aspect says, embrace a negative cause or committing to cause for personal gain. Committing to causes for personal gain. There we go. And then we have the light aspect with inspire you to put compassion into action. But they mainly, like I said before, take on personal things for money, power. And now you're about to be ungrateful. Like I said before, that's why it's decreased. It's decreasing for them, and something that's increasing for you. And you even got 3 like cards that's in the shadow, decreasing. You double light. See, 4, 8 doubles. There's cubed. Then we have cleanup time, mildew fairy. Yeah, with a 6, it's time to bring harmony into this. And whatever they slowed down is only fair and it's only right that you heal from it. And, you know, once you heal from it, things start picking up. Then we have Pink Lotus Fairy with Time for Spirit. Yeah, we have 34 and 43, which is a mirror, like, numbers or mirror reflection. So they could have been working on how to bring you down and how to destroy you, while you were more so getting in touch with spirit. But it says rejecting spiritual systems that not serving inner needs. So like I guess like being like staying around people. I don't know. I guess it's all different for everybody. You just go with one that makes sense with you and feel right with you. Then we have the Snow Angel with the signs already with you. Yeah, the signs, whoever causing you this bad health and draining you and trying to destroy you, you already know who it is. And they're working real hard. The reason why they're trying to do it, they're working real hard to close out your options or to restrict your options of opportunity of jobs and works and dreams and goals and aspirations. Because either they want to have more money than you or they want them like the power and the money that you will have, and they can't and won't because of their arrogance and temper and the intentions behind it. You're not doing things to hurt people. You're doing things to be better with yourself, which is why it says time for spirit. That's actually spiritual more than being materialistic and superficial. That's earthly. Oh, and the tree of life, right? Okay. Depending on where you are, there's a difference. So, where this person is more earthly, which earth is down here, which is the kingdoms, they will be down here. You more up here. Different situations, different places. So they're trying to bring you down here, but in order to do that, you have to get like through the abyss and stuff like that. And they can't go past the abyss, so they're trying to get you to come back into the abyss and fall down. Right? Because it started off with 4, 7, 8, right? That's over here. 4, 7, 8. And Force talks about, or all the Force talks about like challenges and like actions, missing out on something, or just like not having, don't really caring for anything, like, or because with the 4 cups, it's talking about like apathy, like, and rejection and stuff like that. With this person, if you don't follow them or you don't listen to them, that's when they get, destructive and hot-headed, right? And then cause challenges for you, and you can't move on, you can't move forward. You're now releasing that with the 9, right? You're releasing that. And then we had 9, 5, 3. 9 is over here, so you had to go to 8 to get to 5. So you had to release this in order to move forward. See, you was down here. And now you up here. Meanwhile, they still down here. Now, with this number, with the 6, 7, and 4, it's over here. And 6 talks about harmony, which is why it's in the middle of the tree. Realizing that everything is connected, there is light and there is shade. There is, like, so above so is below. And there is, but while you're going through abyss, what from up here, like spirituality, might not always travel down so well, which is always, the chakras. Which is why if your heart chakra is blocked, what your crown chakra is saying, it doesn't matter because the root chakra doesn't understand it. That's why I always need to be open. To have some type of harmony and peace. So over here is even like a little mini triangle. 3s is balance in some way, shape, or form. Now there's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles that might shake up your foundation with the 4s, but it might slow you down. But it doesn't stop you or hinder you. You can still move on. Because like the 6 of Swords is moving on to choppy waters. The 6 of Wands is victory after a very long battle. The 6 of Cups is overcoming like your past, releasing your past, nostalgia. 6 of Pentacles, no longer given to what's not given to you. That's the whole cleanup situation. And then 7, seeing through the illusions, which is why they said the signs are already with you. You know who's already holding you back. And 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Because you put in a lot of work and effort into planting something that does have the potential to grow. It's just this person is destroying it, like I said before. Or trying to destroy it. Like I said before. My analogy was you planting something, you planting seeds and stuff like that, and they're coming and picking out the seeds, but then you're still watering it, and they're making fun of you like, oh, well, it's not growing. Why is it not growing? It's because they took the seeds out, and they knew they took the seeds out. So it's like, what was you doing all this for? Smugness. And so now you started the Seven of Wands, started defending yourself. And Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. Seeing through the deception and trickery, which is tied to the Seven of Cups, kind of, sort of, which is why I forgot about it. Then the Fours. Pretty sure I already explained that. Oh, not really. Well, the Four of Pentacles talking about hindering and struggles, penny pinching and stuff like that. Not having enough, feeling insecure and being inadequate. With the Four of Cups, took a look at your situation, realized that you can't you're not happy here, you don't celebrate, you don't really care to be here or have any emotions towards it, so then you reject it. And Four of Swords, you took a moment to heal, rejuvenated, and rest. Release what needs to be released, heal what needs to be healed, that bad health. Worked on what need to be worked on. Touched up what need to be touched up. And now, Four Wands, which is sometimes people see as a twin flame relationship. You find people that are on your level and on your vibration. And there's no secret animosity or hate or anything like that. You can collaborate together. You pretty much find your soul family and your soul tribe. And now able to decipher your true soul family from your fake soul family. And false flames and stuff like that. So pretty much like I said before, how they're trying to bring you back into the the abyss and stuff like that. You're not going back, but you understand how when you was there, how you became friends with these people, or why you was friends with these people, and why they still want to be your friend and stuff like that. Right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. The Hermit reverse. The Two of Cups reverse. Yeah, Six of Wands reverse. The Ace of Wands reverse. And the Three of Wands reverse. Then we have the Queen of Swords reverse. Okay, I'm tired of saying reverse, so we just gonna... I'm tired of saying it. I'm just gonna... At this point, if it's in the upright, I'm gonna say upright. It seems like everything is in reverse. So Three Cups. Okay, we have the Hierophant upright. Look at that. Come through, spirit. Yo. And we have, the Ten of Pentacles upright. The Five of Wands upright. And these two came out together. So we have The Nine of Pentacles upright, and then the Chariot reverse. How is this one? Okay. I'm gonna go with the top first, though, and then go to the bottom. So the Wheel of Fortune. Cause like in the, if you don't know, it's fine, it's cool. But in the Wheel of Fortune, there it spells out Torah or Toro, whatever. It has it could go different ways. Like not Jewish, okay? Don't understand the letters, but you can read it different ways and stuff like that, and it has different meanings. I think one of them is supposed to talk about knowledge, right? The Hermit is supposed to be somebody of knowledge. The Hermit is reversed. It talks about them being ashamed and alone because they went against their better judgment and didn't listen to something. And because even the clouds are kind of sort of the same colors. And now they're trying to hide their shame and their guilt, but they can't. Because even the Finks, the whole thing about is like they're smart, and if you can't solve their riddle or give them the right answer and stuff like that, then you die. This person wasn't smart enough to solve it. And with the Two of Cups, it's up like, so you thought you saw eye to eye, you thought y'all was on the same page and stuff like that, but y'all weren't. Like with the bad health, with the patient and the nurse, like you would think like y'all both want you to get better, but it's like the nurse actually wants you to stay sick. Or even my analogy, like with the fan with the movie, like you would think the fan will want the Arthur to get back like healthy and stuff like that, so he can leave and stuff like that. But in all actuality, she wanted him to stay there forever and ever and ever. And it was fake with the Six of Wands reversed. Like it was a false victory. Because he was there. It's just like now he ain't never coming back. Where versus before, like you nursed him back to health, you took care of him. He would have remembered you. He would have visited you from time to time, wrote you and stuff like that. The outcome would have been completely different. But how they went about it, they can't start. There's no restart to it, which close out their options or like the opportunity. That's why this whole time to clean up, it gets rid of it like completely. They showed their hand. That was like before. It's like their special move that they don't even have time to build up the power to do it again. But meanwhile, you never actually you never did your final move or finish your move. And again, with the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about a chance and opportunities. They wanted to destroy your opportunities, so you can move on and move forward and have money or fortune. Because there's a lot of trees. Even though there's no pentacles per se, there's pentacles over here. The trees talk about like foundation, stability, but also money, fertility. There would be no growth. You always be struggling. You always be working to make ends meet, but never make an ends meet. I just realized that's a moon, a little bit. on his. Yeah, that was their secret intentions. They wanted to be on their high horse and have the power to destroy you and your life, your goals, your plans, your aspirations, but trying to make it seem like they were your friend and they know what's best for you. They want what's best for you. That's the Queen of Swords. That's why it's reversed. They actually don't know what they're talking about. Or not as smart as you thought they were. Which is why the Chariot is reversed. One Sphinx was able to answer the. It's like one person was able to answer the question and move on and move forward, and the other person wasn't. So normally, because in the Chariot, there's a dark and there's a light. That's why in the Two of Cups, one of y'all was able to answer and move on. The other one wasn't. So it was opposite forces, which is why the Chariot is reversed. So it's stuck in the past or moving, like not really moving forward. And which is why I said that you need to liberate yourself and free yourself from that. Because this person is what's holding you and keeping you back and trying to make it seem like it's a friendly competition. But you don't want to participate and you're not happy about it and you can't celebrate there. And it's not really motivating you. And the reason why they're doing it is because they don't want you to heal from this. Clean it up. Heal from this. Take back your control and your authority. And actually get the Ten of Pentacles. Right? Because now we got sevens 3 times. So the challenge, then we have 5, 1, 2, 3 times. Six twice. 9 twice. 10 twice. 9. No. We got 9 3 times. Okay. So 3 9s, 3 7s. Oh shit, there's 3 3s. Okay. Hold on. Alright. I have to write it down. Okay. So, we have 3 7s, 3 9s, 3 5s, and 3 3s. Okay. So, this challenge and the obstacle is that you was collaborating or working with somebody which you couldn't see eye to eye with. They wanted to pretty much be the one in control and in charge and have the authority, but they wasn't fit to have said authority. What just popped in my head, it was Courtney with the respect my authority. But like they didn't have no type of, they don't know the truth, they don't speak the truth, they don't have no knowledge. Like their judgment in their mind is very clouded. And that's the whole only doing things for personal agenda and personal gain and for money and power and materialistic and superficial reasons. Where your intentions and your reason why you was doing something was completely different. Which is why this whole trying to make it seem like it was a friendly competition, it was literally secret animosity. They didn't like you. Like, I won't say that. They They don't really like you per se. If they were you, then they will like you. And like if y'all switch roles, like a whole Freaky Friday type situation, and they lived your life. Oh, even like the song Freaky Friday when Little Dicky was happy being Chris Brown, but Chris Brown was like, I'm Little Dicky. Like he was he was just like, well, I guess. Like, like it doesn't. They would be more happy to have your life than you'd be happy to have their life. And then they'd be happy. But this person tried to cause like obstacle. The reason with the horse, you couldn't really see their face. So that's why I was like, they wanted to be on a high horse and stuff. Because down here, you see the horse's face. But they want to hide their face in shame because they can't move forward, and the whole reason why they stopped you was so you can't move forward. And you end up still moving forward either way. So it's like, they did all this for what reason? Cardi B just popped in my head. Well, what's that face in? Like, for what reason? You still liberated yourself and moved on and moved forward. Meanwhile, they have no opportunities to take action on or start on. So they keep always looking back on you, at you to get inspiration or ideas, and you not really sharing or talking about your ideas or posting your ideas. So, like how Shein, or even, I'm not sure if Fashion Nova, I think they were like from time to time, but they will get fined or like flagged for stealing like a whole other designer's idea. It's like that. So if you don't show or post it or talk about it or anything like that, they won't know what to do or how to copy it and stuff like that. So once like you're doing like difficult designs that they can't really copy it, because they're still gonna try to copy it to the best of their abilities, but it shows like the quality is different and who idea it actually is. Because the 5s and the 7s talks about the challenge and the conflict. And the 3 is talking about not being able to work together and collaborate, and you letting that go. And the person that's mad about it is the one that don't have the ideas. The one that also would have made you do all the work. And then major arcanas alone with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Hermit reverse, the Hierophant, and the Chariot reverse. The Hierophant knows that, for one, there has to be a balanced Emperor in the Chariot. The Hierophant knows there's not a balanced Emperor. The Hierophant also, for one, has a lot of control, a lot of power. Which is why I said come through spirit, because half the times the Hierophant was known to be the Pope. And also, like I said, with the as above, so below, that's the whole spirituality thing. And realizing the difference between friendly competition and where you can't work with somebody where there's nothing but conflict. And 5 of Pentacles, leave that out in the cold. Walk away from it. Because that will just cause you nothing but struggles. Seek help when you need to seek help. Right? Don't be short-sighted. Five of Swords, pick and choosing your battles wisely. And then the Five of Cups, not crying over the spilled milk. These are not your Three of Cups. This is not your Two of Cups. That means your real Two of Cups is still out there. Either way, this all equals to the Five of Cups. Technically, you got like, you already had 3 fives, but there's a wafting depression and sadness and melancholy over not having an option or opportunity or being rejected by something, but it was a change in direction. So with this Queen of Swords, this fake person of authority that's trying to lie and be impulsive and controlling and manipulative, and could be trying to use their looks or trying to flatter people to try to get their way, is not working, where you don't have to do all that and they have to kiss people's asses and stuff like that. It's because you're doing what's the reason, the intentions and the reason why you're doing it is different. The Hierophant talks about government, authority, controlling, healing, also marriage and a union and stuff like that. Like I said before, with this well, on this card it's not Finks, it's Lions. One was able to answer the question, the one wasn't able, which is why he's controlling them. And the higher, and normally they're not controlled. It's just willpower. The willpower and the intentions is different between both of them, which pretty much the education level is different between both of them. So one's able to move on, the other one isn't. So now they have to be under chains and stuff like that, and guided and guarded and told what to do and directed because of somebody else's downfalls or mishaps, and not able to match up. And that's the shy. It's not that they're shy about it, they're ashamed about it. They're ashamed that at some point in time they were smug and arrogant and prideful, and the reason they knew what they was doing, and they knew the reason why they was doing it. They were scared of people finding out that they was dumb or not as smart as they try to portray themselves to be. So they did something pretty much short-sighted that caused them, could have been latched on to this Don Juan, right? Somebody that was kissing their ass, they was kissing that person's ass, and thought like that was their counterpart, or that's their real, that was going to be there forever, they was going to last forever. And somebody that was actually trying to help heal them turned their back on them, lied about them, trying to destroy them, so no one finds out the truth that their relationship is a sham and a lie. But what this person was actually trying to help them find the Ten of Pentacles and free themselves and liberate themselves, to let them know that they don't need to be in a relationship that isn't fulfilling them. So they literally try to be mad at you for helping them. Not like they don't bite the hand that feeds you, like you literally was trying to feed them and help them, and they literally bit you. It was like, no, I don't want your help, and they actually did need your help. Ew. So now they want to figure out, how do you get this great fortune? It's because you release what no longer serves you. You're not materialistic, you're not superficial, and they were trying to paint you in that light and talk about you in that light and try to make it seem like you're like that when you never was like that. Or even if you were, like, we're here, right? Where the 6 is like right here, so it's like this, like up here might be a mirror reflection of down here and stuff like that. So they probably thought like, okay, well, there's similarities and stuff like that with the 34 and the 43. Like, oh, it's just, I even said it before, like, it's the way that they're seeing something is like distorted. It's like a very distorted vision or view. And it's like they forget that they're in a like a funhouse mirrors and shit like that. But which could just be the abyss. So you're thinking or thought at some point in time that these people were, the same as you, and the more you release and become closer to spirit, the more you realize that was further from the truth. And it's like no matter what they do or no matter what you do, you no longer will be in that point in space where y'all be on the same level, or you talk to them, collaborate with them, and like everything move on smoothly, because there's no 8. There's only one 8. So things could just be in a loop and be stuck in a loop, and you're trying to release that loop. But we have the 2 of Wands with talking about like setting the intentions. But also planning. Ooh, then we have the Hierophant. Yeah, because now in this Hierophant card, there's 2 keys. So one person, like I said before, one person was able to receive the key and get the key. The other person was not. One person was still able to answer the question. Other person was not. One person can move on, the other person can't. And you're leaving that wand behind them. You putting that in the past. You're leaving it behind you. And they trying to like bring you back to the past and make you sit here and dwell on it. And you trying to free yourself from it. Because you don't care for it. You're not happy there. And they know that because she kind of sort of side-eyeing. They know that you're not happy. And they don't care. See? 3 of Swords. The harsh truth is that they don't care. But they low-key look down on you behind your back. The relationship is not loving, it's not healing, and it's not nurturing. It's very heartbreaking and destructive. And they feel like they have the power and authority to do that. And the Hierophant is coming in and saying, no, you don't. See what I said with the 4 of Wands earlier? Like, saying, no, you don't. So now you healed and released this and moved on and moving forward. And learn the difference between a real twin flame and a real relationship, or what you want in a real relationship where there's equal give and take. Alright? Because we have 2 wands here and then 1 to 4. See the double. Right? Releasing the harsh truth. Healing from heartbreak. And people that just wanted things to go their way and control the relationship, now, they got what they got. They got what they wanted. You get what you wanted, which is a happy, balanced relationship that lasts, that will actually lead to the 10 of Pentacles. And they get to sit and watch. Told you, they're doubles for you. It decreases for them. And then, see, because then they have the 8 of Cups and the Page of Wands. See, now we got another 8. You walked away. And you went on an adventure elsewhere. You just went to see what's out there. And they can't do that. They can't do that. They can't start that. Even if which is why they try to cause conflict for you and stop you from moving on and moving forward, because they can't start and move forward. So where they think that they were stopping you, it was more so training for you, which is kind of fucked up to say, but training for you. Which is why they also come out as a page a lot, because this whole thing was childish and made no sense. Then we have the temperance, or temperance. Things come into balance and harmony. And then again, because in the temperance card, there's a path. They literally just did this to try to slow you down from your path and your journey. Because they can move on and move forward. Or you see the triangle and form and have some type of balance and collaboration with themselves the way that you do. Not only with yourself, but from spirit. And what you put together, they can't put together. And the opportunities you get, you can build and move on and go into different opportunities and stuff like that. They can't do that. So they try to stop you from moving on and moving forward by trying to make it seem like they in control or an authority figure and stuff like that. But that was very childish and dumb, because but this challenge authority, if it doesn't make sense to you or doesn't apply to your life, not saying that you don't listen to it, you know it's out there, but you just don't do it. Like, oh, who was that? He got thrown in the was it Daniel? Oh, Daniel in the lion's den? Yeah! Was it the fiery furnace? No, that was Meshach and Abednego. Either way, right? Bible story. With Daniel, right? There was, in those days they had emperors and stuff like that, and then from time to time they thought like, oh, I'm your God, pray to me. And Daniel was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go continue praying to my God 3 days, like 3 times a day, like he did. And the people that were trying to bring him down knew, right? Waited, right? They literally created this law specifically for him because they knew that he prays to God, right? While they prayed to, I don't know who they prayed to, okay? It was not part of the story. I don't think they really cared. Then, right? So he went and he was praying, and they was like, ooh, he's praying to God. He ain't pray to you. Put him in the lion front, like, put him like away, like you said. And then the king, he didn't really want to do it because he was just like, but it's Daniel. Like, we love him. We know him. And they was like, you said if anybody break the law, dude, that you gotta, and then he was like, you right, I gotta keep my word. If I don't keep my word, it's gonna look bad on me. So they put him in the furnace, or the lion's den. I said Meshach was in the furnace. There's a whole other group, whole other story. But put him in the lion's den and stuff like that. And then the lions didn't attack him and stuff like that. I think somebody looked in there and that was like, I thought you just put one person in there. They was like, yeah, it's just Daniel in there. And then the king even said, like, if you survive this, okay, whatever God you pray to, that's our God right now. You feel me? If you survive this by morning, that's our God, bro. Then somebody looked, I was like, I thought you just put one person. He was like, yeah, Daniel was in there. And they was like, no, there's 2 people. And the lions ain't touched Daniel. And then they was like, what do you mean there's 2 people? It's just Daniel. They looked, it was Daniel like an angel pretty much protecting Daniels and the lions and keep them away. Boom. Like, now the people that try to take down Daniel, they were shown to be haters and destructive as people, and it was just cast away. Just shoot. And Daniel was still, known to be the decent and obedient person that he was. Now, Meshach, Meshach, and Abednego, that, I believe it was because Again, they wasn't gonna pray to somebody, or they didn't kneel, they didn't bow to somebody, and then it was thrown in a fiery furnace. And then they was like, I thought it was just 3 people in there. They was like, yeah. They was like, bro, I see a whole, like a 4th person, and they was like, what do you mean? And then, and then they looked, they saw a whole other person, and then they was just like, nah, it's supposed to be 3 people, and they try to do like different things, and in each thing, like, there was always 4 people. Like, they was always safe. They was always protected. So it's like what I said before. They trying to throw you out of balance and throw you out of alignment, and it really didn't do anything but slowed you down. Because after Temperance is the devil card, which is temptation. It just slowed you down. It never stopped you from seeing your destiny and getting into the star, which the whole crown is back there, which is supposed to talk about the star, having a happy in the life and wish fulfillment. They could have had it too if they focused on themselves and not focused on you, or worry about what everybody else got and focus on what they got. But they didn't want to do that. They want to be in competition with everybody. Oh, you got this, so I must have this. You got this, I must get this. You got this, I must get that. And it's like, nah, you just like, I got this. I'm happy with this. Nobody what popped in my head with donkey. But that's a boulder. That's a nice boulder. Like, that's, you will see things like that and be like, that's, and make it work. Not them. Not them. So we have, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. From the Rebels deck. With, if you waiting for a sign, well, here the fuck it is. Right? And he even said the signs are with you. Like, baby. It's saying what we talking about. Like, then we have, get after that shit, the world has your back. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Then we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just fucking stop. But spend your time with someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness, which is the whole time for Spirit. Also, what I was talking about with the 6 of Pentacles, not giving where you're not receiving. They're not giving you. You giving them your time, but they're not giving you your time. So you no longer give them your time. And now they kind of sort of mad or hurt about it, but it doesn't really care. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Because the whole reason, because even if you ask them what is the reason, they're ashamed to tell you the reason, so they try to make it up and lie. Or deflect. But then them doing that just also proves that there's no reason and there's no point in doing this. Or that it was for something stupid or personal. And very small. Which is why, again, they come out as a child. Which is a page. Then we have the 10 of Cups. King or God, Master of the Universe, with Divine Warrior, confines the wicked and brings victory and peace. I'm not saying this person is wicked. I say they dumb. But I guess their plans was wicked, more so or less. Well, yeah. Now thinking about everything. Yeah. This whole destruction and trying to plan somebody else's downfall, that is kind of wicked and stupid. It makes no sense. But then it's like they more so, it's like that's, and they didn't grow in no way, shape, or form. That's why I'm like, it's stupid. We did all this for what? Like, we did all this for what? Like, trying to be in competition with me, but you haven't grown. Like, you haven't grown. Like, You still doing, it's like, we in 2023, right? They still doing 2010 stuff. How is you, where is the competition? 2010 to 2020? Like, come on now. Like, come on now. Like, there, is it really a competition? Like, and that's what they, is some shit like that. And it's like, what? It made no sense. It made no sense. Then we have the Ace of Cups with God, the King of Heaven, with rejuvenation, obtaining the mercy of God, and giving long life. And then we have the Lovers with joy of God, with joy and pleasure, brings happiness to couples, remove negative energy. Now we're gonna go back to the archetype. Because remember, this Don Juan and the Femme Fatale, they both in shadow aspects. Some might say that's negative energy. They break up, they have shit to do with you. For half of y'all not even around these people. They ain't got shit to do with you. But somehow, some way, they gonna try to tie in and say it's your fault. And it's not your fault. They have shit to do with you. They just negative people. And try to project their problems on the other people. Which is why I keep saying the whole mirror. They try to use you as a mirror to project their problems onto you and say it's your fault, when it's all actuality, it's their fault. Which is why on your end, you don't understand what the problem is, and you're telling the problem what the problem, and the problem is looking at you as if you're the problem. It's that you're pretty much talking to a brick wall. And now you actually do have 3 10s. That ties back to the 3 9s. So it could be 3 things coming to an end, or you're releasing and you letting go. It could be the 3 people that I said that keeps decreasing for. But with the Divine Warrior, because I like to read like the words, like bookending it. So it's Divine Warrior and then removing negative energy, right? So you pretty much started defending yourself, like I said before, with the 7 of Wands, even though it didn't come out. And not giving where you're not receiving and stuff like that. Not overextending yourself and cleaning that up, right? And removing and releasing, the negative energies. It also said here, like, rejecting things that no longer serves your inner needs. And we have confines the wicked and brings happiness to couples. So like I said, that relationship, that couple over there, that shit's wicked. And they was happy bringing you down and stuff like that and being negative. But you defeat that and conquered it. So they're no longer happy. So it's like the only thing they had in common was hating you. But then one person don't really actually hate you. One person might actually like you, and the other one hates that they like you, or actually don't like you for some dumbass reason. It's like, okay, if it's a girl, the girl don't like you because you're prettier than them. If it's the guy don't like you because you don't give them the time of day, right? But in all actuality, the guy actually does like you. See? So he doesn't hate you. Where the girl hates you, well, don't really hate you, is insecure and jealous because you're pretty. 2 totally different things. Totally different reasons. And now that's coming out and being exposed. Which is why I said that should have nothing to do with you. You're the cause of it, per se. The topic, but not the reason. And it's just like that relationship was only a thing, again, because of you. So it's just like, if they both had liked you, was friends with you, they probably would have never gotten into a relationship. It was like the mutual hatred is what got them together. And one person is now finding out like the hatred wasn't even mutual. And then we have joy and pleasure with brings victory and peace. Yeah, because they thought they was gonna have a one up on this, and they thought that it was never gonna be they was never gonna be found out. Um, that's a lie. And then with the tens, and then we have a one. It starts back over, and then when it starts back over, you're more healed and balanced, and no longer given with the that's the rejuvenation I've said before with the six of not the six, the four swords, right? The healing, recharging, also rejuvenating, and only giving your love where you giving receiving love. Like you're not. That's what the four of wands. Like I'm not saying like that I match your energy, but like they uplift you, you uplift them. It's not like you uplift them and they drain you and stuff like that, but you still uplift them and then they drain you and they like uplift you like 5% of the time, but you always uplifting. It's not like that. It's you always somebody is always pouring into you in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. So then we have the parking angel. Oh, now we got 3 6. So something coming into balance and harmony after you release and close out this chapter and start a whole new chapter. You start to see why you have to let go of certain people and walk away from them. Yeah, might need to meditate on it, think about it, spend some time with spirit. Now you got 3 8s. Yeah, so it can help you move on and move forward. But that's all that I see for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.